Yeah. New sunflowers. Thank you guys so much for the support already for the song and the music video. As I'm filming this, it's only been out for 2 days, and it's been like the best performing song and music video for me ever of all time. So this is really exciting, and I'm glad everyone's liking it. I took a lot of time and a lot of money to do this, so I'm glad people are liking it. So the idea of the video started with me and Mitchell, the director and video guy. We were sitting at a Buffalo Wild Wings and kind of just going over ideas for the song, and we came up for this idea of having people in masks and being in like kind of a grungy warehouse, and I really love that idea, but that came with a lot of logistics and a lot of complicated stuff. So here's the warehouse that when we were like scouting it, this is what it looked like when it was all empty. Somewhere in downtown LA. It's a pretty cool spot, honestly. And that's like where all of my money went to almost. It wasn't like a secret spot or anything. We just found it online. For the set design, we had my friend Noelle help with getting these flowers and all the soil, but I had to rent these chairs, and I rented something online, but when I picked it up, it was not at all what the picture was like online. So it was these really tiny, like little kids chairs. They looked like McDonald's chairs or something. I was like a little bit upset, but like when they gave them to me, I wasn't gonna be like, hey, these are the wrong, like, you know, I wasn't gonna make a big fuss about it, but they're really small, and I was kind of afraid not everyone was gonna be able to even fit in them. So it was pretty comical, honestly. For the actual like performance shots, there's like all these speakers and stuff, and none of them are plugged in. If you know how music videos work, we weren't actually like recording sound on the set, so we just needed like the set to look like kind of big. So I borrowed all of these speakers from some friends, and I had to lug all of those inside my car. Like I was the one like running around getting all this stuff and trying to fit it in my car. So for video shoots, you need like lighting and all this other gear and stuff, so I had to rent that for the videographers to use, because it's not normal for them to have just like thousands of dollars of equipment that they just lug everywhere on their own. Like they need to have the gear to use. So I rented the gear, and Mitchell picked it up in a van. So morning of, it's like 7 a.m. Noelle is there setting up the chairs and the flowers and the dirt and everything, and my girlfriend Lauren was there to help too. And then I'm bringing in all these big speakers from my car to set the scene and everything. So like while we're in the middle of setting that up, some of the extras start like rolling in, and these are people that I just posted on Instagram being like, yo, does anyone want to be in this music video who's in LA? So like half of the people I kind of knew, they were my friends. The other half of people I had never met before, and I'm really thankful that they wanted to be a part of this. I had like free donuts and bagels for them in the morning to kind of be like, hey, this is what I can give you. And we had these masks ready for them that Noelle also made out of like paper mache. I actually just drew something on a napkin when I was at a restaurant with Lauren, and I just sent it to Noelle, and she kind of just went off that. Some people have said it looks like Dream. Honestly, what was kind of going through my head was this Naruto character, Haku, who has like a mask that's like featureless. I was kind of going for something like that. Noelle killed it. So yeah, we're finally ready to start filming the first scene, which was them pretending to be like hanging out in an office or like eating whatever. Yeah, they all had to put the masks on, and there's no like mouth holes or anything to breathe, and they're, you know, we couldn't like fit them to everyone's faces, so it was probably uncomfortable for a lot of people, honestly, but I'm glad they were like cool with it. So after we shot all that stuff, then we were ready for the drummer and the bass player to come, and them just like sitting there like watching us. So that was when we had like everyone that was going to be at the shoot was there. It was almost like 20 people, and actually we weren't allowed to have that many people there. I said there's going to be like 15. Like someone's at the location making sure everything's okay, nothing's like going crazy or anything. And I was like, yo, like they're leaving soon, whatever. He was really nice, because after they were gone, there was only like 5 people on the set, or like 8 or something like that. So he was kind of cool with it. So we got them just like sitting down, and all they had to do was just sit there and look at me, and we just performed to the song. You know, we had like a backtrack playing out loud and a click track, and I also have like in-ears in my ear. They're feeding me the lyrics, because I always forget my own lyrics, so I had to have that while we were performing so I could like lip sync it properly. Then we did some scenes of them like getting up and clapping, and some of them were going like super insane, which was hysterical, and I used those for the final edit. I thought that was really funny. I'm glad they were like being silly with it with me. It was kind of awkward, like it was like weird asking them to do these things because it's not like they understand the storyline. I tried to at one point like say what's going on, but don't really understand it when you are there. And even like the actual video is kind of like surreal and abstract, not really like supposed to understand what's going on. It's just like interesting visuals and interesting themes. So it's like, okay, you're gonna go over here and like pretend to eat breakfast, or like, okay, you're gonna go over here and just get up and clap, or you're just gonna sit here for like 30 minutes and just like stare at the wall, like. But they were down with it, they were having fun, so thank you to all the extras who came through and helped. We got a lot of cool angles of just Michael the drummer and Riley the bassist just like going ham. They both killed it. They were super animated and super visual with all of it. Even though they're like wearing these masks, it was like really hot under there because there's no like breathing holes, so all the heat was just like staying right there. But they both just like went all in for it, which was awesome. And then the last thing we shot was actually one of the very first things you see in the video, which was me sitting at my computer like making beats. That was actually this table that this is on. Like the setup that was in the video was literally like the setup that I make music on. Speakers, the computer, the keyboard, is like literally all my gear that I actually make music on. So we did like a little bit of the narrative stuff of me sitting there, me getting up with the guitar, me plugging in, all that stuff. A little bit of some performance shots of me just like playing in front of it. And by this point of the day, I was exhausted. I had to get up at like 5:30 or 6 or something because I had to get the breakfast and then bring it to the shoot by 7. And I was kind of directing and also setting up and also performing and like pseudo acting. It was a pretty exhausting day. And then the last thing we shot was actually the last scene, which was when you see that flower just like by itself and it kind of glitches out. I was planning on that whole intro sequence to be like maybe 15 seconds long, but it ended up being like a whole minute until the song actually starts. And then I started editing a few days later. It only took about a day or two to edit. I also did the sound design, so there wasn't like any microphones on set. So I had to go in afterwards and like find those sounds, or even like record those sounds of me like plugging in the guitar. Get up, the chair squeaks, all this stuff. So I was really excited to do that. I'm almost the most proud of that just because I've never done it before and it was really fun. And yeah, that was about it. That was the whole video. If you haven't seen it already, please go check it out. I'm posting a lot of like behind the scenes videos on my Instagram and TikTok as well. And I got an EP coming out on Bitbird in a few months as well, all with music videos and all that stuff. Planning on doing a little video like breaking down the actual song, also like how I produced it and wrote the lyrics and did the guitar riff and all that stuff. So hope you guys dig it. I will catch you next time. Peace.